en la ciencia.
Sorry about that, guys. I was trying to hold off until tomorrow. I was like, let me see if I can like wait till tomorrow to reboot. But when it started doing that feedback thing where I'm like, I can hear myself speaking into my daggone mic, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to reboot. So, oh my God, thank you for the gifted subs. Oh, I gotta get this sub from Joe. And Joe. Son Dorman gotta get this up. Oh my God, thank you for the gifted sub. And you gifted a sub to that shizzle. Thank you, Joe. That's shizzle, Son Dormant. Make sure you thank Joe. Oh my God, thank you for the gifted sub. And Tootsie Roller. Tootsie Roller, Tootsie Roller, what is that song? It's really Tootsie Roll. The butterfly, let's go. Oh, let me see you Tootsie Roll. That's the lyrics. That's the lyrics. The butterfly the butterfly down, that's let me see you Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roller, Tootsie Roller. It's Tootsie Roll, but I'm putting roller on there. So, yeah, I am messing up them lyrics. It's such an old song too. It's such a the butterfly. That's old. No, that's old. Hold on. Let me look at the damn lyrics. Hold on a second. You know how old this song is? Hold on a second. Tootsie Roll lyrics. Okay, here we go. The butterfly. Uh-oh, that's old. Let me see you Tootsie Roll. Yeah, 1990 quad. 69 boys backed up Quad City DJs. One time. Cotton candy, sweet and gold. Let me see you Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. Oh, a Tootsie Roll. Okay, I know I got the song. Tootsie Roll. Tootsie Roll. Damn, 1990? That's how old this song is? Jeez. Oh my God. I'm sorry, time is going by so slow for me. No, I guess it's going by fast. No. I hold on. I am not, what is it, fast or slow? I guess it's fast because I'm not aware that this song was in 1990. That's what I don't know. Oh my God, dude. Lord have mercy. Okay. So I'm gonna do a Anika wanted me to do a standalone video off of this and I've been having it for a month, by the way. And I don't know how to, I don't know what type of visuals to put to this because I never did am I the asshole type of content. But she really wanted me to do this because she put a donation with it. And so I'm like, okay. Let me see what I can do, but I got to find a visual for it. I got to see how other people do their AITAH type content. But I will get to it, girl. I didn't forget about you. I'm going to get to it. And I still got it in the queue. All right, guys. But yeah, we're back. Now, listen, because I rebooted because I rebooted my, my stream, y'all know what that means. That means there's a strong possibility my computer may shut down and, reboot back up. And hopefully that doesn't happen while I'm live on air. So let's go ahead and get into the content. Knock on wood. Last time it happened, I wasn't live. So I was like, yes, this is good. I'm glad it happened when I wasn't live. You know what I'm saying? This time I'm like, oh no. No. You're going to sing the song "We Like Big Butts and I Cannot." Why am I gonna sing that, James? Please enlighten me. Why would I sing that? Is it something I'm missing? And I also have the Sadia Khan video. I just got to edit it. I recorded it last night. It definitely needs some editing. Because I kept messing her name up all through it. I called her Sadiq Khan. I called her Sadie. Oh, God. I said, man, I'm going to have to do that. And I've been gone for most of the day. So with me being gone for most of the day, I just, I didn't get a chance to do it and everything like that. So, by the way, y'all know Toby, the little orange cat, right? I think he's retarded. I'm not being mean. I think he is, right? I literally have to, he's either blind or retarded or something. He's doing things that's like, okay, you're special. Orange cats be like that for real? Oh, I saw Alba and Preach roast Sadie or whoever the F she. Yeah, I got the Sadie is a ratchet side piece. Can you imagine? He's a cat, and yeah, They be like that. Well, my cat, well, see, I don't know if it's a male cat thing or the fact that it's an orange cat. Now, I told y'all every cat I have ever owned was a female cat. And that's the reason why I was like, I had to look. Oh, you have an orange boy too, Nina? Oh, okay. So that's why you said that. Yeah, dude, it's like that. His look a touch of the head. He's and he got a new girlfriend that's also black. I don't know where these black cats come from. And they all scared. They all scaredy cat black cats. And I'm like, all right, y'all gonna have to learn to love me if y'all want some food. Sadia always advocates cheating, for instance. Did she really? Wait a minute. Who does she advocate cheating for? Women or men? See, I don't watch her content because I hate the accent. Okay? That's the only reason I don't watch her stuff. Because when she talks like this, and then, you know, like, I cannot help it. Yep, she's a, yeah. I know she's a pick-me for men, but I thought she was also catering to women too, because have been a lot of female clients of hers who have been trashing her. Yeah, Alicia, if that's a, woo! There's not one British, you can't name one British content creator that I'm a fan of. I don't hate them. I just don't watch their stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. That damn accent, I'll be like, ah! Allegedly, her husband divorced her for spouse. Yeah, I already know about that. I got that in the video. So I got all the tea about her. I got her fake degrees. I got the fact that she's not licensed. I got the fact that she's not a psychologist or a psychiatrist. I got that. I got all the stuff. She isn't as bad as Pearl. No, Pearl is way worse than this chick. Pearl is way worse. Because Pearl is ugly. At least Sadia, whatever her name is, I'm going to call her Miss Khan. At least she's pretty on the eyes, okay? At least she got a figure. All right? At least she's not grotesque talking and looking and stuff like that. At least she don't have a tard finger every time she talks. You just cannot compare the two. I'm sorry. Pearl is worse. Pearl is way worse than Miss Khan. Miss Khan artist. Yeah, but she fakes her figure in her videos. Yeah, but Pearl ain't got no figure. Okay. Come on now, y'all. That's a false comparison. Pearl is built like a sheetrock. That's Pearl. Pearl is built like sheetrock, okay? All right. Salcor said they're both awful. One is worse than the other, okay? I'm sorry. They just, one is worse than the other. For y'all just saying they both on equal footing, y'all just disingenuous, okay? And you don't know what you're talking about. You just don't know what you're talking about. You cannot say with your entire mouth that and I don't like her. I'm just wanting y'all to say I don't like Khan. But you can't even say with your damn mouth that she says anything half as grotesque than Pearl. You can't even tell me half the stuff she says is worse than Pearl. Okay, y'all acting new. I'm gonna cuss you out. Cause let's not forget, Pearl will sit there and clown black women. She will sit there and clown single mothers. She will sit there and call OnlyFans women hoes. They're not both off on the same level, okay? So it's just stupid what you're saying. You're like putting them on the same, like they're both equally, or they're not equally awful. One is a POS and the other one is a con artist. One of them hate women and the other one had, well, they both got low self-esteem. And the other one liked to sleep with women's men. It's a totally different thing. So I'm not going to let y'all sit up here and put them in the same category because they're not. Pearl is way worse. Way worse. Oh yeah, and Pearl used underage women on her daggone website. I mean, on her she tried to use underage girls. Not no try. She used underage girls on her YouTube channel and then got mad when she got demonetized for it, for exploiting young girls. After her mama and her sister asked her several times to get rid of it, to put her down, she's underage. Miss Sadia or con artist lady ain't do none of that. Ain't do none of that. Ain't do none of that. So I mean, just sitting here saying that it's like saying it's like saying, like, you know what, Biden and hold on, let me see. No, I got one. It's like saying P. Diddy and Biden are awful. They're they're equally awful. No. One is worse than the other. One is definitely worse than the other. Okay, I would put, like, when y'all want to sit up here and put them in the same, I would say, you know, they both are terrible people, but goddamn, that Pearl is way worse. She's way worse. I don't want y'all downplaying the evilness of Pearl. I'll call you out. I'm not, no. Because I know Pearl is not relevant, but I got a funny feeling she's going to do something that's going to blow up again. She's going to be relevant again. But it's like always on ticking time bomb. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to make sure that everybody remember Pearl is an absolute POS. Absolute terrible person. All right, let's get down. Let's. So Xena is out of jail. And everybody was like, oh yeah, remember when Xena said she was getting out of jail? And I said, nah. I said, that don't sound right, because, you know, Xena doesn't have her Kick account anymore. So if you want to know if she's back in, if she's out of jail, just go to her Twitter account. And as you can see, 18 hours ago, she's back. So I was telling everybody, like, no, she's in jail. So she got out yesterday. I do believe she got out yesterday, and she has 2 sets of charges on her. Did she cut her hair again or what? I don't know what's going on with her hair. But anyway, there's that. So yeah, so she's out. So we can stop, you know, doing the, well, I can stop doing the Xena watch list, because, you know, I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on? I was like, Xena's still in jail. And everybody like, she said she can. I said, don't listen to Xena. I said, Xena is a liar. She'll lie to my, we're getting out late. I'm like, don't believe it until you see her out. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. She's out. She had that charge on her from the paintball incident and the charges of assault from Merck are the 2 charges that she is under. And Darius went to Thailand, and I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. How long was she in for? That had to have been 2 weeks. She was in jail for 2 weeks. That had to be a 2-week. I think she was in the first charge was in 10 days, and then she got transferred to the county where Merck lives for those charges, and she was transferred to that because she was put on hold. And I had a feeling she was on hold because I'm like, if she hasn't been released by now, then there's either she was denied bail or there was a hold, and turns out it was a hold. So there's that. That's all I hear when Sun Dodgers go to Thailand. Yeah, it's not gonna. I don't know if that's gonna be a good thing for Darius. I'm afraid to go to his Twitter because he could possibly have something like naughty on there. But yeah, don't know about. That's a bad thing. So okay, so we can start watching out for Xena. I want to look at this video about Atozi, but there's also this hit and run cop from Kick. Okay. Where this one right here where it says YouTuber street races are destroying their lives. This is actually a Kick streamer. But I really want to look at this TikToker caught faking her entire rich housewife. I gotta see this. You know, let me tell y'all something. Hold on. Let me just say this. I believe I come from old school thinking, maybe because of my uncles, because I have 3 uncles. My dad is also a millionaire, but I don't deal with him. But anyway, my uncles are multimillionaires, and you'll never know it. They don't. The only time you know they got money is when they travel on vacation. Like 2 of my uncles love traveling. All right, and my other uncle he has to work. He's one of those people who's going to work until he die, because he just doesn't see himself sitting around doing nothing as an old man. Okay, so but my other uncles are retired. They're investing, they're doing volunteer work and this, that, and the other, but they don't. Yeah, there you go, Nina, the millionaire next door type, right? My dad is one of those. Yeah, I think, here's the deal, guys. If you have to flaunt your wealth, you're just insecure. There's a void in you that you think can be filled by, look at me, look at me, look at me. You know what I'm saying? That's what's wrong with coconuts. Coconuts is pretending to be rich, but I know this is going to trigger some of y'all. I believe that Coconut became a millionaire, and now he's a thousandaire because he spent it on stupid stuff, like renting yachts and Lambos and Ferraris, and getting fake Rolex watches and. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's amazing that I look at him and I go, what in the hell is going on? Okay? What in the hell is going on? I don't know what is going on with this person, but I'm not answering your question. I could tell you're a troll. Just the way you come in here. There's a balance. You can choose to be stylish and have some class, a distinguished gentleman, but the crusty one isn't. He ain't even close to being that.
Joel just tipped $5. I wonder how much was wasted on McGriddles.
Probably under $50, to be honest. Probably under $50. I'm serious. And those same men complain about gold diggers. But they loved. You know what, Vanessa? The ones that complain about gold diggers don't have any money, and the other ones who sit up here and talk bad about them are the ones that go for them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I people with new money tend to flex more. I think insecure people with new money tend to flex more. And I also believe, check this out, the younger you are, the more insecure you are, to flaunt your money. But then again, I've seen some older people, some older men particularly, and a couple of women who flaunt their money. And apparently this is one of them. So she don't even have no money. Let's see what's going on with this one right here.
This TikToker is being called out for faking the ownership of luxury homes that she was hired to watch, turning her house sitting gig into a high-end retreat business.
Oh, she was house sitting. Man, don't you supposed to get hold on, when you house sit, don't you supposed to go through a company and they supposed to do an extensive background check on you? Oh my God. See, we have our dog to house sit our home. When me and my husband go out somewhere for a couple of days, we have our dog. Okay? That's who's going to house sit. Men in their 40s, although we do have to have one of the neighbors come and help and feed the dog. But other than that, and walk the dog. Men in their 40s and 50s love to flaunt their money. True. I agree with that one. I never seen someone older ever flex their money. Not over 50, I don't think so. Okay. So there's that. Is your husband a woman? Yeah, sure. My husband is a woman. Yes, my husband is a woman. Yeah, there you go.
Causing drama across an entire island community. I mean, imagine hiring someone to water your plants and feed your dog, only to discover they've been turning your home into their own personal Airbnb side hustle. That's confusing. It feels like every other week there's some new influencer.
Dude, I swear I was sued the pants off of the daggone company that hired this person to come in, and they're gonna live stream inside my house. Whatever.
Faking their own reality. This time, however, instead of just posting old photos to fake a vacation, this woman is allegedly faking a real estate empire. So meet Kylie Swanson, who presents herself on social media as a Connecticut housewife and has racked up about 90,000 followers on TikTok and 80,000 on Instagram by posting this curated domestic lifestyle content. She's a 36-year-old woman from Norman, Oklahoma, and she grew up in a pretty typical middle-class family. Her dad owned a car dealership while her mom was a typical...
Hold on. Trolls, bring it on. Bring it on, trolls. Today is a good day. Come on. So that's 2 trolls in one day. Come on, bring it on. Come on. I need all of y'all to come in here one time. Come on here one time, okay? Come on. Don't just trickle in one at a time. Like straight up pow on. Give me your best shot. I dare you. Y'all picked the right day. Lil Tay was doing the same thing with her mom, was a real estate agent. Is that true, Raymond? For real? Using my house to make money. That's what I'm saying. I would sue the company because you should know better. Have somebody that's like supposed to. I'm hiring them to babysit, and they're just basically filming inside my beautiful home. I don't think so.
Housewife. Kylie seemed to be on a pretty straightforward path throughout most of her life. She got married in 2011, had a kid in 2016, and like her mother, became a stay-at-home mom. But then 2020 happened, and like many people, Kylie and her husband started questioning a lot of things. And that is when they decided to change their lifestyle completely and start traveling the world with their son. So by 2021, they made an even bigger decision. They sold almost everything they owned and hit the road, literally driving across the country and hope to
Why? After residing...
Joel just tipped 5 Duff. We do a little trolling.
No, that ain't a real trolling. So apparently, I have 2 trolls. I just got rid of them though. That came into my chat, and I'm like, by the way, they're terrible trolls. One came in. Hold on, let me tell you what the first troll said. The first troll said, "Tree, I need your advice. I'm a male in my early 40s. I have a booby fetish and love motorboating big natural breasts. I like motorboat more than kissing. Is this genetic evolving?" Like that's just a troll. Okay. It was stupid, and I banned him. And I know his little ding-a-ling getting hard because I just read his message. So that was the first troll. And then the other troll was like, is your husband your wife? Or something like that. And I was like, okay, you got to go too. I'm like, come on now. So they're not even funny trolls. I miss the funny trolls I used to have. I'm like, where's the funny trolls? Like, at least like stay around so I can keep you, so you could keep making me laugh and like just, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me finish reading this. After residing on the big beautiful island of Hawaii for 6 years, in July of 2021, Kylie and her family sold everything to return to the mainland U.S. and drive across the country in search of a new place to call. Why the hell would you do that? Driving from coast to coast? 25 states, 14 months, and 60,000 miles added to the odometer. Later, the story was only beginning. This is dumb. Dumbass.
Figure out where they wanted to settle down. Except they never really settled anywhere. Instead, Kylie discovered a world of house-sitting websites where people were in need of someone to just watch their pets and keep their property safe while they're away. And I guess for someone trying to live this nomadic lifestyle, it seemed perfect. Free places to stay in exchange for taking care of someone's animals and home. So she then started documenting all of this on social media, and due to the interest surrounding this line of work, her following began to grow. The content was then a mix of travel, domestic life, and aspirational living that resonated with a lot of people. Her bio on Substack read, Martha Stewart if she lived out of a suitcase. So through various house-sitting websites, Kylie found temporary jobs all over the place, and each location provided the perfect backdrop for content that looked like she was living this incredibly luxurious lifestyle. And technically, she was, just not in the way that most people thought she was actually living. And to be fair, she's been pretty upfront about her house sitting in some of her videos, explaining that she doesn't own any of these homes, and she's been pretty upfront about explaining her nomadic lifestyle that she's been living for a few years. And according to a recent interview, she claimed that the homeowners had always given her permission to film. Apparently that wasn't the case though.
Something I'm asked all the time is where I find rentals like this one, and in this video, I'm going to spill all of my secrets. This cute little house I found in Montana off Zillow, and don't sleep, literally, on that app. You can add filters like fully furnished. We obviously need that since we own no real furniture. My next tip is called Trusted House Sitters. Trusted House Sitters is a subscription-based website where you can find gorgeous luxury homes for people who are looking for house sitters or pet sitters.
Because everything changed when Kylie took a Christmas house.
Wait, these people are getting random people off of a website? I thought they were like, I thought they would get, hold on. If you all need a house sitter, do not do this. There are legit companies that have the fingerprints, criminal record, if there is any. Normally there isn't. And also a psychological background check on every woman and man. Preferably you want a girl. That will house sit for you, that will come in and watch your pets or whatever. You're not so, like, to pick some random person off the internet. What the hell is wrong with these people? What in the world?
Sitting gig in Nantucket, a quaint little island off the coast of Massachusetts packed with a classic New England charm, including cobblestone streets, historic architecture. It's essentially like a very exclusive island that really radiates rich and wealthy. And as you can imagine, on an island like that, where not too much...
Is that where Obama and Michael lives? I do believe that's where the Obamas live. I do believe.
Happen, and there's a lot of wealthy housewives with way too much time on their hands. It's safe to say word spreads pretty quickly there. But Kylie absolutely fell in love with this place. So shortly after arriving to the island in one of her initial TikToks there, she hinted at the idea of turning it into a camp experience by asking her followers that if that's something she should create, but in a tone that was so casual that it seemed very unlikely that she was being serious. It kind of felt more like a rhetorical question than anything else.
I can't believe how many other people also share a dream of running away to Nantucket and starting a whole new life here. Should we have a summer camp or something?
But her casual tone, however, did not stop the video from taking off. leading a bunch of people actually asking her to make it happen. And when Kylie opened a waitlist for this hypothetical camp, over 3,000 people signed up. And that's when she realized she might be onto something. So as she says in her video and further explains in the interview, her idea was that many people wanted to visit Nantucket but couldn't access it, either due to cost, lack of connections, or simply not knowing how to plan a trip out there. So she wanted to solve this problem by creating Camp Nantucket. What could go wrong? I can already see this happening. It's like Fire Festival, but for middle-aged women. And in May, Kylie signed a lease on a rental property on the island. Then in June, she launched her first Camp Nantucket experience, a 4-day retreat for 8 women at 3,000.
What? What? $3,800? An intimate, all-inclusive retreat designed to immerse you in the essence of Nantucket, where every detail is thoughtfully curated for connection, inspiration, and the art of $3,800?
$1,800 per person. So if we do the math, that equals roughly 30 grand in revenue for 4 days, even after covering rentals, activities, food, and other expenses. It's safe to say this could quickly become a cash cow. The camp included meals with a private chef, sailing, bike.
Hold on. I gotta read all this. There's no way. There's nothing about this can make me say.
It's safe to say this.
I want you to understand, ladies and gentlemen. Hear me out, because I just did the. Are we going to get a Georgia retreat? Hell no. I want y'all to understand how crazy this sounds. Hold on, just listen to me. Hear me out. The Norwegian Cruise Line, not Carnival. Carnival is hood, okay? Carnival went to the dark side. The Norwegian Cruise Line, for a suite that comes with a butler. Okay? A suite. Meaning you get a private room, it's separated by another room, a jacuzzi, bathtub, all of that, a balcony. A freaking suite costs $2,600 for the entire 4 days. Hold on. $2,600 for the entire 4 days. That includes food. It includes the entertainment. It includes the sauna, jacuzzi. It includes the gym. It includes everything, but you know, except for the alcohol, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting here saying like, wow, okay. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty high up there. This thing, hold on, I gotta look at this and see. And we're talking about for 4 days. And you get to go to Nassau, Bahamas, or someplace in Mexico.
Could quickly become a cash cow. The camp included.
Okay, 3 nights in an elegant, thoughtfully designed home in Nantucket Island. Think sweeping. Where's my glasses? Hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. Think sweeping, hydrangea-lined path and interior straight out of the Nancy Meyers film. I don't even know who that is. It will serve as a perfect home base for a week of connection, exploration, and thoughtfully curated experiences. Island transportation, seamless travel to and from curated experiences so you can settle into the rhythm. This is saying a bunch of words that don't mean nothing. All it says is curated. 3 nights in an elegant, thoughtfully designed home. Well, what about the bedroom? Does the bedroom have a king-size bed, a queen-size bed? Does it have a TV in it? Does the TV has a cable? What about the Wi-Fi? Am I going to get a bottle of champagne? Although I don't drink. My husband does. So are we going to get that? Is it breakfast in bed? Like, come on now.
Meals with a private chef, sailing, biking, and presumably some Instagram worthy.
Okay, daily culinary experiences, gourmet breakfast every morning, and unforgettable dinner each evening, crafted by the finest. Well, what happened to the lunch?
experiences. But while the campers were enjoying their slice of Nantucket, something else was happening in the local community that Kylie probably did not anticipate. And here's where things get a little bit complicated because, well, the island isn't just any tourist destination. It's a small, tight-knit community where everyone knows everyone. And apparently,
Oh yeah, I love those kind. Let me tell you something. I don't have a problem with nosy ass neighbors. Okay, I kind of like. I hated over in this house right here. Before I got married, there used to be a woman. She passed away. I was so sad because she was nosy. She she knew my schedule, my neighbor's schedule, her neighbor's schedule. She knew who was coming in and out of there. She knew who was fighting at 2 o'clock in the morning. Honey, she knew everything. And I adored her, dude. I swear I did. Because she was better than Neighborhood Watch. She was way better. So I like a close-knit community because nosy people can save your life. Now, if you don't like people in your business, you may want to stay out of these type of communities. But I adore the fact that the whole entire community is pretty close together. You know what I'm saying? My favorite neighborhood spot are where everyone knows each other, even with people coming in and out. Yeah, I do too. The only thing I don't like is them, popping up at your door unexpected. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that, but I deal with it every now and then. So like when you move in a new neighborhood or something like that, like somebody ready to come and welcome you to the neighborhood just popping up out of nowhere. Like what the hell?
some pretty specific cultural norms are not very obvious to outsiders. The main issue seems to be around how Kylie and her team approached local businesses when preparing the camp. According to multiple business owners on Reddit, they were contacted about providing services.
She was scrambling trying to pull it together legit days before it happened. Sometime in June, I believe, asking every small business owner for free SHIT, including my sister-in-law. The tea is effing hot. She's a scam artist. Nothing made sense.
Products or experiences for the camp and
regular tourists go to spend their own money, not beg for free products and services from small family-owned businesses. Regular tourists do not walk around filming everything and everyone for commercial use. Regular tourists contribute towards the community at large. Influencers are leeches. I agree with you, Optimum1534.
Exchange for social media exposure rather than an actual payment, which is not unheard of for influencers. This is kind of the standard influencer BS at this point. Oh boy. Kylie said she made it very clear that she was running on a tight budget and said to many of them it's common in influencer culture to request discounts in exchange for collaboration. Personally, I do not like this negotiation tactic because it's just too cliche at this point, and for the business owner, there's just too much risk because it's not like they don't have bills to pay.
Yeah, for real, I'll be like, no thank you. No, thank you. You're going to have to buy your stuff. I'll give you a 5% discount there. That's it. That's the best I could do.
So having this like IOU of, oh, I can bring you traffic for a small store in Nantucket on a remote island, it's not always that's too helpful. Because let's be real, we can't pay our bills with follower counts. Because if you could, we would be in quite the bubble because everyone and their grandmother knows someone with a decent amount of followers on social media. Then I guess another problem was the fact that she brought in outside vendors. Apparently, Kylie hired a Pilates instructor from Connecticut instead of...
I've directly interacted with her, and she's 30 miles out of her mind. Trademarking Camp Nantucket without paying local businesses is the antithesis of island culture. She's bringing in a Pilates instructor, an embroiderer. What? Embroiderer? Who the hell wants to learn embroidery when you go to a place like this? Pilates, I can get it. I'm not a Pilates person, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully I won't get injured, so I have to use Pilates again. But other than that, I don't give a damn about no damn Pilates. Give me them weights, baby. But embroiderer from New York, when there are so many talented creators who live here. When faced with this feedback, she writes it off as jealous haters and justified it by blindly trusting the universe. Uh-oh. The problem isn't her idea or the want to bring new visitors to the island. It's the refusal to acknowledge or understand why the literal community you're trying to idolize and sell is reacting this way.
finding someone local, which violated what seems to be some kind of like unspoken rule about supporting local businesses. This whole island seems like it's low-key ran by HOA Karens, but hey, let's continue.
That's true though. Oh, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't hate it because it will keep certain people out of it. Like for example, I used to fight with some of the women in my chat who would talk bad about HOAs. Now, and my reply to them, and every time I go, well, then why you living in one? You purposely picked a neighborhood with an HOA. So if you picked a neighborhood with an HOA, what you bitching about it for? You move out, and move into a place that don't have an HOA. They're like, well, see, it's not the problem. I said, yeah, I thought so. See, HOAs keep certain people on their toes. Now, I'm not saying all HOAs are perfect, but I promise you that if you have a HOA that's run by a very understandable person, you ain't got to worry about Shanae and her badass kids living in your neighborhood. You ain't got to worry about no abandoned cars in somebody's driveway. You ain't got to worry about the mailbox along with the house painted green, orange with red stripes. You ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about people throwing big parties in the back of their yard. I love that too. You know what I'm saying? So I lived in a home that didn't have an HOA, which is this house here, right? This house doesn't have an HOA. And then living where me and my husband live that has an HOA. God damn it, give me that HOA every time, baby. Now, we don't have a Nazi as HOA president. We don't have that, okay? I like the fact that we have to cut our grass. I like the fact that, you can't have your house looking like neon colors. I like the fact you can't have abandoned cars and you can only have so many cars in your driveway, and you can't park your car on certain areas of the street. If you have people coming over, like you have a dinner, you need to let the security people know. I like that. And you can't have no big ass parties in the back of your yard. If you want to have a party, you have to use a clubhouse. I like that. So that's why I ain't got to worry about a whole bunch of goddamn loud ass music. And you can't fire fireworks inside the neighborhood. So it's a lot of stuff I like. It's a lot of stuff I absolutely like. The one thing I don't like, which we don't abide by, if we want to do some kind of renovation inside the house, we got to ask the HOA. We ain't asking shit. What they going to do? They ain't going to know. Okay. Other than that, yeah, I like HOAs. I mean, I feel for people who have a Nazi as a HOA. Okay. No pre-basketball cookouts. And another thing. Spitfire. You want to know the number one best thing about having HOAs down here? Nobody can own a basketball hoop. Boom! Headshot! Oh, God. Oh, you can't have them damn thing. You cannot have them. You cannot have them on the premises ever. You can't have a basketball hoop on your premises. I love that. Oh my God. Now, if you want something that's going to eliminate the wiggers as well as the N-words, have that clause in there. Have that clause in there and make sure it's read to anybody who wants to bring their daggone quote-unquote culture to the daggone neighborhood. They will never sign on the dotted line. They'll never get a house there. I have a stupid POS neighbor who claims he's a millionaire. He has 2 campers, 2 jet skis, a boat, and a trailer parked in his front yard. I called him the junkyard idiot because he's a pathological liar and a womanizer. That man is about to go get a... See, that's another thing too, Alexi. In our place, he couldn't even have all that. You can't have boats parked in your front yard. Yeah, needing them to approve the house enters so it stays the same as the others. Nah, it's my house. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. It's our house. You don't tell us what we can do inside our house. You don't live here. You don't tell us what to do. Hey, get out of here with that. Okay, anyway. I got on the HOA, I got on the HOA rant. I hate it so much. It lowers the value. Alexi, can't y'all call? Alexi, do you live in HOA? If you don't, you can call the code enforcer. I don't think he's allowed to have all those trailers parked like that in the front yard. And also, if the tags are old, you can get them for that. Boy, I'd be a snitching ass. I'd be a snitch. Okay.
Like Nantucket operates on a different timeline than most places. Business owners on the island make the majority of their annual income during a 10-week summer season. So when someone asks for free services during their busiest and most profitable time of the year and brings in outside professionals to work at a local event, it really doesn't sit well with them. And during this time, the internet detective work was ramping up. People on Reddit, TikTok, and Instagram had been discussing Tylee's lifestyle content for months, questioning whether or not her Connecticut housewife persona was authentic, giving her nomadic house-sitting lifestyle. Because a user posted a thread called Kylie Swanson is pathetic that basically laid out the argument that she was just cosplaying as a wealthy housewife. Not simply because she was living out of a suitcase, and she had always made that clear from the start, but because the word housewife was being highly promoted by the algorithm back then, allowing her to keep gaining followers. I think I probably disagree in like the algorithm promoting a certain keyword. I think it's more or less that people were just really interested in housewife content back then, so therefore that keyword performed well. Same outcome, different reasoning. Either way, I feel like that's nitpicking a little bit, but things escalated even more when an anonymous Instagram account called the Nantucket Brief popped up in June specifically to call out Kylie and document the Camp Nantucket situation. The account—
that's nice. Oh, a call out. Ooh, that's gonna make money. Nope, I don't, but I've been thinking about calling code enforcement. Problem is we're outside of the city limits, so they might not do it. No. Every place got a code enforcement. Even if you're in a county, you got code enforcement. If you don't live in an HOA, you got code enforcement. You got code enforcement for every county. Every county.
Posted slides with captions like, a small business owner shares her Camp Nantucket experience and described documenting instances where individuals request complimentary services from small local businesses by—
Hold on. This account documents instances where, okay, is he reading this? If this resonates, it may be reflection of personal actions, community as a backdrop for personal gain.
Pass regulatory permit processes and utilize a community as a backdrop for personal gain. So it's safe to say the girlies on Nantucket are not happy about this. They've had enough. But the account has since been deleted and it stirred up a whole lot of controversy while it was still active. And because of this, some TikTok users also started making content about the situation, including—
Hold on. I don't even know what type of Asian she is. She ain't Korean.
a lot of controversy while it was still active. And because of this, some TikTok users also started making—
Okay. Connecticut housewife exposed. The social media influence has been building a following on TikTok and Instagram by presenting herself as a wealthy East Coast housewife. But here's the catch. She doesn't own and rent a home. Instead, she has been using a pet sitting website to stay in luxury properties, showcasing them in her content in a way that suggests that they are her own. In the process, she has allegedly shared images and details of these homes, including family photos and locations, raising privacy concerns. These videos gained traction, and with many viewers getting the impression that she lived in these homes, referring to herself as Nantucket stay-at-home mom and Connecticut housewife. She crafted an image of luxury and exclusivity, one that ultimately led to her being signed by an influencer or something. How a fake influencer built a following on borrowed glamour and tried to sell an exclusive experience to places she knew nothing about. Dang.
content about the situation, including slideshows and videos
Fake rich girl.
breaking down what they saw as problematic about her business model and her approach. On Reddit, a business owner later identified as Peyton Triglav, who runs an online boutique, says she sent about $400 worth of products to Camp.
I fear I was a small business that was scammed by Camp Nantucket. I gifted almost $400 worth of products. She hasn't even made any content crediting the business, has she? I'm so sorry. What the F? 2 story posts prior to the event. That was it. I have so much tea.
Camp Nantucket after being promised these social media features. But according to Peyton, barely any of her content was posted featuring her products, leaving her feeling like she basically wasted money and inventory on sending her these items. So apparently she's not even following through with her promises of the IOU for social media clout. And to make things even worse, apparently the camp thing didn't even have the proper permits that the island requires for special events like this. So Nantucket's director of culture and tourism confirmed that Kylie didn't secure the required permit. When asked about it, Kylie said her application was denied. So why would you go forward with doing the camp then if you were denied? I get that regulatory BS is annoying, but if you're trying to do an event and you got denied, you shouldn't do the event. Either way though, when the media reached out to Kylie for comment, she agreed to give them an interview and she didn't back down from the controversy at all. Kylie admitted to living in what she called a touch of delusion, which is, you know, a little bit refreshing self-awareness from a TikToker in controversy. But hey, she also defended her right to create experiences on the island, I guess even though she didn't have permits. Her take was the American dream should be accessible across the entire country, including Nantucket, and that there shouldn't be a price of admission to experience beautiful places. And I mean, hey, I guess that would be a half decent argument if she wasn't charging $3,800 per
that price is ridiculous. $3,800, $3,800. Are you serious, man? What the hell?
person for a 4-day experience. That's almost $1,000 a day. At that price point,
that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Think that the permits would be in place. But hey, I digress. So regarding the business disputes, she also said that she talked to local businesses. Many of them seem more interested in pitching their services than actually working within her budget constraints. And honestly, if your budget constraints are requesting free services, that should pretty much be expected. But now, she's
just say no. This is where, as a business owner, oh my God, my philosophy about being selfish first, generous second, always work across the board. It works when somebody's asking you out or you're dating initially. It works if you're a business owner. When somebody comes and say, we would like you to sponsor our blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's in it for me? And especially if they have an unproven track record. I love win-win business deals, okay? It means that I don't have to give no money, you don't have to give no money, but we both got services we can exchange and we both benefit from it. You see what I'm saying? So for example, with my health business, you know, whenever somebody had a health store, like an herb shop, y'all remember those herb shops by Nature Sunshine? What I would do is I would come in there and give a free class that she would basically allow me to promote my business services, and therefore I would be able to do one-on-one consultation at her herb shop after the class, and then they will all come out and buy her herbs based upon my recommendation. Win-win. I get the money for the consultation, she gets the money for the sales. It was just a win-win. I ain't had to give her shit, she ain't had to give me nothing. So it's like, I love those type of deals where you both win and you ain't got to give up anything. But when it comes to, can you sponsor us? It's going to cost about $500 or $5,000 or $50,000. I'm like, nope. But nope. Nope.
Also continued posting her regular lifestyle content without directly addressing most of the specific allegations, though she did hint at hiring a private investigator to look into the smear campaign that was ran against her. In a recent post, she showed herself working at a desk with the text saying that it doesn't let her bother her when people choose to misunderstand her, as
let's pretend it's not the end of the world when people choose to misunderstand you, as long as you know who you are and what your purpose is in this life. As long as your heart is pure and you're kind, it all comes out of the wash. What?
As long as she knows who she is and that her intentions are good, she's fine. And honestly, ma'am, you're the one who promised businesses in their high season that they would get some attention on social media if they gave you some products, and you didn't follow through on that. So that's on you. She's also being a part of gatekeeping the Nantucket experience by charging $3,800 for 4 days, but also complaining about the other Nantucket gatekeepers. So it's a little bit like that Spider-Man meme where he's pointing at Spider-Man here. So I don't really sympathize for this woman. But despite all of this controversy, Kylie's business doesn't seem like it's suffering. She mentioned landing a $33,000 deal with a wine company and talked about potentially expanding the camp concept to other locations, including the Cotswolds in England and another camp in Newport. The anonymous Instagram and TikTok accounts that were documenting the drama have disappeared for the most part, though it's unclear whether or not this is because of any pressure from Kylie or just people moving on to other topics. Now, I think it's safe to say that the whole Camp Nantucket experience could easily be turned into a fascinating case study on what happens when influencer business models meet traditional communities, and how quickly things can spiral when different groups have different expectations about how everything should work. Whether you think Kylie was in the wrong or just caught up in cultural differences probably depends on your perspective on how business should be done and what constitutes a...
They just dropped it? None of them were black.
authentic representation on social media. One thing is for sure though, she should have definitely not gone ahead with the event after being denied permission. But it's reasonable to assume that Kylie saw an opportunity to create experiences for people who wanted to visit Nantucket but couldn't afford the typical price point. But also, I mean, looking at the price point,
not no $3,800. Not no $3,800. Not no $3,800. Like no. I mean, I'm sure you can probably find an Airbnb to go get your own experience.
$3,800 for 4 days. That has to be somewhere similar to just going to Nantucket on yourself. How to get to Nantucket?
Oh, he's gonna do it.
Let's say New York City. Hey, you take the ferry. Well, obviously you have to stay there. Okay, wait. Hotels. Okay, 4-star hotel, $258 a night. I'm recording this in late August, so we're still kind of in peak season, I think, right? I mean, you can definitely do this for way cheaper than $4 grand for a 4-day trip, right? So you can fly to Boston, train to Cape Cod, and then take the ferry. There might be an Uber in between here, but it should not cost you $4 grand for 4 days on Nantucket, even in peak season, unless you're going like crazy bougie experience. But I am also saying this as someone who's never been to Nantucket. I've only been to Cape Cod. Cape Cod was really nice. I would heavily recommend it. But clearly,
yeah, Cape Cod is absolutely heavenly. Oh my God. But them people talk your ears off over there though.
The locals saw someone who didn't understand their community.
But the food is delish.
And economy trying to profit off of their island during the most crucial earning season. So to me, it seems like she was trying to make it happen no matter what they said, but she did the basic things like applying for a permit and speaking to a few business owners to maybe try to save face. But other than that, hey, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, drop a like on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
This is a children car rug behind him? I couldn't tell. Every time I look at a Tozy, I keep looking at the yellow bird. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even pay attention. I don't pay attention to what's on his head, what he's wearing. It's that yellow bird. That yellow bird gets my eye every time. I look at it every damn time I watch this video. Okay, so let's watch this. They hit a cop live, and then we're gonna go to our boy here, Morgegas or something. So let's watch this.
This YouTube street racer was almost arrested in Times Square after hitting a cop with his Lamborghini and barely getting away.
They looking for him. Chad, he's a wanted driver in 52 states. Now, if the police come, Chad, we taking off. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just get in. They're coming. Oh, shit, no, get there. Oh, shit.
If you thought Times Square was just about tourists and a bunch of Elmo clones hustling selfies, think again, because earlier this month it turned out to something out of a set from a Need for Speed cutscene. A blue Lamborghini Urus driven by the YouTuber known as License plowed through the middle of New York, clipped a cop, and smashed into a pedicab, which is one of those like bicycle taxis, and sent Times Square into absolute chaos, all while the entire situation was being live streamed on Kick.com.
The police officers were pounding on the car with their fists and batons, trying to break the windows and force the doors open, but License stayed calm, slammed his foot on the gas, and sped away before they could stop him.
And now, License is still on the run, posting content, and the NYPD are probably hunting him harder than ever. So, who is this guy?
How do they not have him by now? And the fact that he's if this happened in DC, yeah, signature bond. Not much is gonna happen. Not much is gonna happen. Signature bond. But boy, if this happened in the South, ooh, whoa! Oh!
Guy that I'm actually referring to. Well, License is one of those guys who became famous for cutting up traffic outside of New York City while avoiding the police. He's on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Kick.com, where he's essentially built this following of over 700,000 followers by posting this wild street racing content. And when I say wild street racing content, it's just like wildly stupid. I mean, essentially, he's just cutting through traffic, putting everyone at risk, including himself and the people who are sitting in the car with him. And overall, I mean, the driving isn't even that impressive. If you put any of these guys on a track, they would get clapped by someone who actually knows how to drive.
Wait a minute, isn't this the same guy that was driving with Jack, the little stupid young guy? The kick at mod thing is even stranger The kick AI what? Oh, damn, I forgot to get rid of it. Oh, my God, I forgot. If an American killed it. Oh, darn, I forgot to get rid of it. Oh, my God. As soon as I got off of the internet, I forgot to go in there and disable that AI mod. Somebody has to remind me to do it because I forget all about it. I forget all about the kick AI mod. I don't understand. Like we get our own mods. Why the hell does it assign us a mod? Licenses doesn't even have a driver's license. Isn't he 15 years old? Is he? He looks older than that to me. I think, right?
You have a bunch of high-performance rentals just going way too fast through the New York City traffic, putting everyone at risk, and then they're obviously filming this with dash cams and POV cameras and uploading it to YouTube to monetize it. And they make a point to blur out the license plates, and on top of that, distorts voice and hides behind a mask. So he's obviously trying to hide his identity for as long as he can. Hundreds of thousands of people have watched him speed through New York, but as of right now, he has still not been caught.
It's a dangerous trend known as throughway swimming. It's when cars drive recklessly on highways, causing near misses or weaving through lanes.
Do you feel like you're a danger to society? No. How worried are you about being caught by the police?
Not worried at all.
Unlike his friend Squeeze Benz, who was actually arrested a year ago. And if you go through his content, every video of him is either him taunting police, dodging chases, and then disappearing to park one of his rented cars in locations that he claims he only knows the location of. So when the news hit that he was almost caught in Times Square, that got a lot of attention. So here's how it all went down. A Tuesday night at the beginning of August, License was in Times...
I don't understand how do you not catch this guy? He's been doing this for several months now, and he's still on the run. This is in the Brandon Buckingham video, he said he was 15 years old. I don't believe it. He doesn't have the eyes of a 15-year-old, but then again, you can't really take the word of a guy who's committing felonies. Okay? And I'm gonna say this, and I don't care if she gets mad. All Twitch streamers who do extreme content are liars. All of them. Every last one of them. Xena taught me that. I learned that when Xena and Darius first got together, and how Xena would just blatantly like tell straight lies. Darius would too, and you would automatically believe them because you thought like, well, there's no need for them to lie. So thanks to them two, I've learned that a lot of Twitch streamers just lie. They say, oh, I'm just trolling, but it's just a straight up lie. I don't take that whole trolling stuff seriously. You're just a liar. You can't. So for him to say 15, I'm gonna say he's 22. That's what I'm gonna say. Cause these people lie. He does. It's not in his best interest to say his real age. You know what I'm saying? If he says he's 15, he believes probably that the cops are not gonna go all out because he's underage, and that's going to go to juvie, and they don't want to do all the paperwork that comes with arresting a juvenile. But I promise you, I don't believe he's 15. I'm gonna say he's absolutely legal. Also, by saying that you're 15, you get more of the young, dumb, and full of cum type of boys. So if you're 15 years old, you'll get a shit ton of 9, 10, 11, and 12-year-old viewers that are going like, yeah, look at them, go, get away from the po-po. Like, these kids are loyal fans until they grow out of it.
Square with some streamers who happened to be live at the time, including one streamer by the name of Shangle, who had his own camera rolling inside the Lambo during the entire police situation. At first, it looks like the usual kind of like clout chasing fans stopping for pics, guys hanging out near the car, nothing out of the ordinary. But then you notice something. Cops already watching from across the street, and not just one, multiple units. And within like 45 seconds, NYPD had cars pulling in from 3 different directions. And that's no coincidence. That's a planned setup. They were positioning to box him in before he could bail. Then chaos erupts, the Lamborghini lunges forward, cops surrounded it, and pedestrians scatter. Also, keep in mind that this is Times Square, one of the busiest places on Earth. So when I say pedestrians, there were a lot of them. And during all of this chaos, a pedicab, which is like, the bicycle taxi, it was hit, and NYPD says one officer's foot got ran over. So not exactly life-threatening, but easily enough to add assault to an officer onto the existing rap sheet. But here's where it gets a little bit blurry, because some people online are speculating they heard gunshots, with even some people in the car coming to that conclusion.
Oh my God. My brother's back!
And this tells us he's definitely not in custody and that he's going to have to move a lot quieter. I mean, you can even see him worry in this clip.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was about to leave. Hey, right now, you look very I'm scared.
But going back to the most important detail, the way cops act in this situation, because it's interesting that they managed to surround him that quickly in Times Square, as this might be a sign of them actually watching the stream. Normally, if you call NYPD about an actual crime in progress, you're waiting for 10 to 15 minutes or maybe even longer. But in this situation, they were already there. So to me, it seems like a targeted operation, and it lines up with what NYPD has been talking about regarding their social media monitoring unit. They announced last year that they're actually watching streamers and social media accounts in real time. So if you're broadcasting your location with thousands of viewers, you're not just streaming to your fans, you're also most likely streaming to the cops. And remember, this isn't the first time clout-chasing drivers have ran into the cops, because you have Squeeze Benz, a 19-year-old who went viral drifting through Times Square last year. He posted similar content fairly regularly, and if you remember, he was arrested as well last year.
Oh, nah.
Because he thought he was completely untouchable until NYPD and Newark PD actually built a case off his social media footprint and arrested him. His videos literally became the evidence. That's, you know, a similar road that licenses
Yeah, but I don't. I'm sorry. When that they picked New York for a reason, though. They picked New York for a reason. And these people don't do jail time in New York. Sure, they get arrested. Sure, they get out on a signature bond. Sure, they get a slap on it, but they don't serve time. Who cares? Okay? It's so different up there than it is down here. Here's why they don't do that in Florida. Here's why they don't do that in South Carolina. Here's why they don't do that in Georgia. They don't even do that in Texas. As you can see, what happens to Xena. They go to areas like California, state of Washington, DC, New Jersey, New York, because they know ain't nothing going to happen to them. Slap on the wrist, that's it.
Down as we speak. So the difference is that Squeeze never ran over a cop's foot, and License allegedly did. And that's honestly the line you really don't want to cross when it comes to law enforcement. Assaulting an officer, even if it's just a foot injury, is the kind of charge prosecutors stack on top of everything else. So where is License today? Well, free currently, but definitely not safe. He might be posting right now, but every stream, every Instagram story, every clip of him flexing is just more fuel to whatever case the NYPD is currently building on him. They're not rushing this. They're gathering every single piece of content, every angle.
I don't care. A part of me is not even... I don't even care about, hold on, what is this? Hold on, what?
Every stream, and they'll wait for the perfect time to move again. And if they're willing to swing batons at a Lamborghini in Times Square surrounded by tourists and Broadway billboards, just imagine what happens when they finally corner him in somewhere quieter. And let's just talk about the big what if, because what happens if NYPD actually managed to arrest License? Because now it's not just traffic ticket situations anymore. First off, there's the Times Square incident itself. Cops say officer's foot actually got ran over. That alone could turn into assault on an officer, which in New York can jump from a misdemeanor all the way up to a felony, depending on the injuries. And even though the cops' injuries were reported...
It's a felony, dumbass. How do you not know this? That should be everybody should know that when you cause bodily harm on a police officer, it's an automatic felony. It's an automatic felony everywhere.
As minor, the fact that it actually happened during an active police operation makes it a huge deal. Then you have the reckless endangerment, because he was allegedly speeding through Times Square, one of the busiest tourist spots on Earth, with pedestrians and cars everywhere. That is literally textbook reckless endangerment, which is also a felony when people are put at risk of serious harm. And since the reports say a pedicab and other bystanders got hit, that only makes things worse. Then you add on the fleeing and eluding police, which is another charge that can jump up depending on how dangerous the chase was. And this was one in front of hundreds of witnesses, on stream in 4K. And then finally, you can't forget the car itself, because he's always on high-end rentals. If prosecutors can prove that he used fake info or if those cars were damaged while being driven illegally, that can also tack on fraud or Grand Theft Auto type charges. But obviously, the kicker is all of this is happening while he's actively being shown on live streams and his own YouTube videos. So it's not like this is just like one incident that can be used against him. It's his whole YouTube channel. So literally every time he does something like this, it just becomes more and more evidence.
Why don't they just basically just ban the channels?
Oh my god, oh no. Oh, no, sir. Oh god. Oh my god, no, it's all full over.
I mean, no wonder Jack looks so scared here. He's very aware of how easy cars can crash.
Oh, no.
The bottom line is, like, half the people we cover here on this channel, every video, every TikTok, every kick stream, he's basically just farming more evidence against himself. So I would not be surprised if he ends up just like Squeeze Benz, because that dude, he thought he was untouchable until cops essentially pieced together months of footage and hit him with a mountain of charges. License is arguably way more reckless, and now that an officer has been hurt, the system has every reason to come down even harder on him. Bottom line, if they catch him, License could be staring down multiple felonies.
Hold on. Let's go to Kick real quick before we go to more Pegasus or whatever you say his name. How do you say his thing? License?
That's true, where we're talking to each other and then, yeah.
Is this? Dude, what the hell? I don't even know what his name is. I don't even know how to use his name. What is his name? Is it spelled with a Z or something? Let me see what JS is talking about. The chorus cope never stops.
But yeah, that's all it is. And then I guess because
ooh, that looks boring. All right, I guess we're not gonna find out, so let's move on. So I wanted to see like I wanted to see if he was still had his Kick channel, but okay. What is this? Pegasus has a new video. Well, this is the second newest video, so I don't even know what it's about. I don't even know who this is, so we might not even watch it.
This YouTuber just destroyed his career because of his own ego. Now, quick recap. You might remember this guy from the last time we talked about him. He's the guy CoffeeZilla made a video on for working with a shady day trading guru and essentially promoting a scammer to his audience. He then tried to pass it off as a joke, and CoffeeZilla completely exposed him for actually just being a scumbag and using jokes as a defense for his shady behavior.
That's what I'm saying. They all do that. They all do. Oh, I was trolling. Oh, I'm just joking. Oh, no. It's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? Why, like, so they're such cowards, dude. Like, if you're gonna do something intentionally, like own it. Stop like saying, "Oh, I was just joking. I'm just trolling." It's not even serious.
Here. Now, today he's in an entirely different controversy. Apparently, he has a new girlfriend, and he's been bragging about her on his socials. And his audience is basically calling her a gold digger, and we'll find out why.
Wait a minute, what? What did he say?
And he's been bragging about her on his socials, and his audience is
wallet durability
basically calling her a gold digger, and we'll find out why in a second. But instead of being secure in his relationship and ignoring the haters, he decided to make a video
sad people don't like seeing happy people. 580,000 views. Wow.
Responding, raging at his audience, calling them dumb and broke. Now, relevant information, they met over Instagram. This guy's Instagram is filled with like supercars and a rich lifestyle. She's apparently from Russia and did not speak English, so they had to communicate through like translation apps.
Oh my god, thank you for the gifted sub. Oh, she the Ruski. Okay, Ruski. Okay. Oh, Joe! Joe just gifted a sub to Iron345. Iron, think you got yourself a gifted sub. Oh, and there you go, Iron. Oh, look at you. Iron got yourself a lollipop. And Iron thanked Joe. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. So she's Russian, huh? You know he's spending money on her. Them Russian girls come out that way. They come out like, no, nitch. You pay for this, you pay for that, you do this, you do that.
date was in the Maldives for Valentine's Day, where they flew out to meet each other. They had not even FaceTime before this, which could have gone another way to saying. They also went to Dubai and shit. Here's a quick clip.
Today's gonna be a little bit of a different video. It is.
She's a little skinny though. And do they not eat in Russia? She's more skinnier than I thought with most Russian girls. Pretty, but ooh, girl, somebody give her a hamburger.
A couples vlog with my lovely Russian girlfriend, Daria Grossman.
My lovely boyfriend.
She's still learning English, and I'm still learning Russian. We met on Instagram, and I flew 30 hours to the Maldives on Valentine's Day, and she flew like 8 hours from Russia to meet me there. So now we travel to exotic locations to be together. From the day that we started talking, we could not speak each other's language at all. Like, she spoke no English, I spoke no Russian. She learned English very quickly. We hold a full conversation now without translate, and the first time that we met, we fully used translate for everything. Tilu Blue, Cody?
You love me because of my money?
Money.
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course. She loves me.
Right, very normal relationship.
What?
Cody? Money.
Yes, of course.
Yes, of course she loves me.
Right, very normal relationship, guys. So she also constantly asks him to buy like a Mercedes like 10 times in the video. So that might possibly be why some of his audience is calling her a gold digger. But hey, maybe it's true love, guys.
Everyone I would tell the story to, they were like, bro, you're crazy, because I never met her. We got a Bentley tonight. Every 10 minutes we get a new car.
Hi, honey. I want Mercedes.
Mercedes mentioned meter. MMM.
By Mercedes.
Right, so we got fancy cars, met over Instagram, fancy trips, Dubai, yacht. This is what I call true love. Now, I don't really care about this relationship, if it's real or not, whatever. What I really find funny is how he actually responded to the situation and how unbelievably insecure this guy actually is, because he wants to prove to his audience that he's found like this perfect woman, that he's in love or whatever.
I kind of... I'm actually pulling for her, dude. Get that money, man. I mean, just saying, I'm actually okay with the Russian gold digger. I'm like on her team. I'm on her side, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you see a sucker, lick it. Lick it. And listen. At least she knows that she don't have to give it up for a daggone Happy Meal. Boom, headshot. All right, she's like, listen, I'm gonna need you to buy this, buy me that, give me here, trade me, take me there, blah blah blah, and then maybe you might get a kiss. Okay, you might get a kiss. You might.
And the way he does that is he tells his audience, you're just mad that I'm rich and successful and you're just broke. You're just mad that I can afford to like buy women. I mean, I don't really know what his point is here. So let's start with this video where he's raging at his audience and he's trying to justify his girlfriend as this sort of expensive purchase, which sounds insane. But yeah, he starts by giving an intro just talking about the general hate.
Hello, everyone. You just stumbled across a very rare and important video, something I would almost never upload. In this video, I'm going to talk about some things that anger a lot of people.
I don't understand why people hate me.
Like, my channel dynamic in the comments and the people watching my channel has significantly changed recently. I truly believe I'm one of the few people on the internet that has some influence that
I feel like you become what you hated the most.
Like, stands up and speaks back against certain comments.
Once again, very brave man, you know, responding to the 14-year-olds leaving hate comments on Instagram will truly prove that your relationship is real. Truly something a man very secure in his loving relationship actually does. Now, I don't know if he's referring to
YouTuber calls me a scammer, but embarrasses himself instead.
To his previous crash out on CoffeeZilla, like, oh, I'm speaking back against these people trying to expose me. But I feel like you really wouldn't even need to do anything if you weren't just fucking up constantly. Right, so then he brings up comments from a decade ago to prove how unbothered he is.
Just a kid who did dumb instant videos, no career, no future, just a bunch of PF wreck. Wow, how insecure are you to get a comment from 2016?
He has money and he's vouching for like all these crazy new ideas and a new lifestyle, and he's just different. He's talking about expensive fancy cars and hot girls and moving to a new country. Someone commented, I made an album in my phone describing.
As of today, I'm unfollowing you. I'm sure you can care less, but I can guarantee I'm not the first person to reach out about you sold out, bro, hanging out with Jake Paul. Come on, dude. Good luck to the rest of your adventures.
This actually, I call it new generation hate because it's a lot different than what I used to.
Liquor company, three ads. OF girls, Cody is morphing into the newest Paul brother. That's possible.
Which is people saying I'm broke and won't be successful.
Hold on. When it dies out, he be left with nothing, just a kid who did dumb As soon
as I got stereotypically successful, people people started making a lot different style of comments. And it was like, oh, do you see I'm not wearing them today? Do you see how many rings Cody's wearing? Oh my God, he's changed. They judge something as small as that, or you judge something as small as that. I don't care how big of a figure I get. I'm not scared to pick on small people. Like, actions have consequences, guys. Really bring back BULLYING in a healthy way.
Yeah, I mean, bro's just not bothered at all. He's simply addressing hate comments that he saved from 2016. Guys, the year is 2025, where, you know, it's gonna be 2026 soon, a decade ago. This guy is cherry-picking comments from literally 9 years ago to prove to his 14-year-old fans that he's not offended, that he's actually unbothered, guys. I mean, you can't be serious. This man might be the most fucking thin-skinned loser I've ever seen. And, you know, some of those...
Yeah, that's thin skin. That's thin skin. Whenever you take in old comments, and you're just like, I'm gonna show you how I'm not upset. And that's another thing too, when it comes to people with money. I think that if you didn't really have to work for it, or, you know, you got it and you're like, you feel justified. You feel like you have to justify having it. That's low self-esteem. But he's young, so he feels like he got to do it.
Comments are even valid. Like, I saw one of them saying, was this hanging out with Jake Paul? Yeah, I mean, that makes you a flippin' loser. Logan would be even worse, but yeah, Jake's a moron, and you will get criticized for that association. I don't know, he might look up to Jake Paul considering his whole mindset here. Probably thinks he's some sort of a genius because he has a following, right? So then he tries to call his audience cult members for simply criticizing him. Also, if they were cult members, they would be your cult members, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if they're your subscribers, they're your cult members, and you're the cult leader.
And it's all people trying to keep other people in line. They think, oh, you're gonna fail if you try something new. They don't want to see other people succeed. It makes them feel lower. Like, every cult is that way, actually. Like, it's a group of people that try to keep people controlled and viewing a certain perspective. And as soon as
I think you're using cult wrong, though. I think you're using cult wrong. You know what I'm saying? Who's the cult leader? And what is their message? And what is the purpose of the cult? Are they trying to recruit you, or are they following your orders? I don't think you know what you're doing.
Break out of that perspective. Not only do you risk failure, number one, that's the reason people don't try, but also you risk being judged. You will be judged by everyone, by most people. And so that's why a lot of people don't go outside the box. And the internet is the worst possible place for that, but it's a place with the highest reward. And so anytime you do something different, you're gonna be judged.
And why do these people all go to Dubai? I notice a lot of your scammers, a lot of your flexers, these people, it's like, oh, I got to go to Dubai, and I got to make sure that I get an expensive hotel where you can see the back of the other buildings and stuff that was built literally by slaves, so you know that I made it. I'm in Dubai. I'll never forget. Back in my domination, like I was real active in domination. My domination years, and this very obese domina was like getting other femdoms to come with her to Dubai to because there was this underground submissive culture of Arabs who like to have whippings and humiliations and all kinds of DNS play. And I said, I ain't fucking with no Dubai. I said if we get caught, we go to jail for years. No, honey, it's not like that. We're not having sex. I said, did I say we was having sex? I said, if they catch us doing that to men, that is a patriarchal, women are second-class citizen area. Are you